Steve Robbins here. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys, quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Today's topic is keeping your passwords safely. Alicia posted a question on my Facebook page. What she asked was, I'm wondering if you have any recommendations on how to keep all your passwords organized in one safe place. I always wanted to be a spy. It seemed like fun. You'd meet a shadowy figure at night. The kumquats are ripe this year, they would say. Yes, I would respond. Jackie Onassis would approve. We each had the right password, and we could do our sneaky spy stuff. When you only have to remember the names of obscure fruits for a single shadowy encounter, passwords are great. Unfortunately, now that we have the interwebs, we have dozens of encounters, shadowy and not, and every single one of them wants a password. For some sites, like my bank, that makes sense. But we even need to set up accounts and passwords for free sites so they can capture our information before letting us read their content. We're buried. How do we keep track of all those passwords? The white knight that comes to our rescue is a piece of software called a password vault. Password vaults let you store all your passwords in one place, encrypted in secret code, so no one but you can access them. All you do is enter your master password, and you have access to all your other passwords. Not even demons from another dimension can get your passwords unless that dimension includes way more computing power than our dimension. Since your passwords will be with you for a while, you want to use a tool that will last a long time. It needs to be simple and it needs to be accessible. I like 1Password, that's the number 1. It's available for the Mac and the PC. It's really pretty, and it plugs into web browsers, so you can fill in your login information in a web form with a single click. Your 1Password database can be read on any machine and any operating system that has a web browser, with your master password, of course, and it also imports from just about every other password vault out there. There's also an iPhone version, an iPad version, and an iPod Touch version, so you can access your data from many places, being confident it will work over the long haul. I also like Splash ID from splashdata.com. It's a password vault that runs on BlackBerry, Palm, Android, Windows Mobile, and iPhone, iPad, etc. It's available on more platforms than 1Password, but it doesn't integrate with your browser and it isn't quite as nice to use. Web-based vaults also exist. Use these with caution. They also store all your private data, like the secret combination to your doomsday device. They say your data is secure, but then so do banks, and we know how that turned out. Furthermore, if the web service ever goes out of business, you just lost all your passwords. Bad for you, but possibly good for the world if you really do have a doomsday device. I like Mobile Password Safe at pw.ex.to. They claim your data gets encrypted in your browser before it's even sent to their servers. If what they say is true, that's about as safe as you can possibly get. The problem with a password vault, though, is that if your evil nemesis gets the password to your vault, that's all they need to have all your passwords. So make your master password really hard to guess. Use upper and lowercase characters and digits. Plus, the longer, the better. This is one case where length matters. My friend Ellen used a whole sentence. It was half French and half German as her master password, replacing every letter E with the number 4. I couldn't possibly duplicate the actual password, but the English translation was something like, if you can read this, you have way too much free time. Bernice's password is 29 characters. They're the first letters of the marriage vow she has helpfully prepared, just in case. ILAYAMSMAPALAYLTMCASYDALAWPTG, which is short for, I lovingly accept you as my soulmate and partner, as long as you listen to me carefully and say yes dear a lot, as witnessed by the goddess. It makes a great password, but she is still single. Draw your own conclusions. If you don't like the thought of all your passwords in one place, however safely guarded by your marriage vows, you can come up with a way to create passwords so that you can recreate the password when you need it. For example, for a productivity website called Get It Done Guy, you might construct a sentence like, Get It Done Guy is about productivity. Then use every other letter as your password. Capital G, T, T, O, E, S, B, U, P, O, U, T, V, T. To make it a little more secure, replace the first letter O by the number 0 for a final password. Capital G, T, T, 0, ESBUPOUT VT. Just make sure you remember how you generate the passwords so you can come up with the same one each time you visit the same site. I combine these techniques. I generate different passwords for each site, and I record those passwords in a password vault that's protected with a really long, complicated, impossible to guess password. If I can't regenerate a password from scratch for some reason, I just look it up. Whichever scheme you use, include the details with your will and estate papers. Much of our lives require password access. If you're hit by a car or standing beneath a dirigible when it explodes, your family may need your password-protected information. Write down your master password, how to access your password vault, and how to generate passwords that aren't in your vault. Keep that paper in your lawyer's will vault. If your lawyer doesn't have a physically secure vault, trade him or her in for one who does. This is Steve Robbins. For links to all of the products mentioned in this episode, just visit this episode's transcript at getitdone.quickanddirtytips.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.